All right, everyone. Chelsea season kicks off tomorrow against Liverpool, which means we're going to make some bold predictions and talk about how Chelsea can beat Liverpool. Now, this is all being done before the signing of Caicedo, Lavia, wherever those players are going, because as we've seen, it's back and forth between Chelsea and Liverpool. And as of right now, being Saturday, I do not know if either of these players will still sign for one of those clubs by Sunday, or even if they do sign, they'll be match fit for the Sunday match, because a lot of times some of these managers have their certain style, but the fact that they're both CDM players, I'm sure that one of these can probably fit into the system itself. But that all being said, let's talk about what Chelsea is going to be doing for their starting 11. Now, in between the sticks, I thought for sure it was going to be Kepa, but now there's been rumors with him going to Real Madrid. Bayern Munich doesn't seem like it's going to happen anymore, but Real Madrid have been knocking on the door. Because of that, I do not know if we actually start Kepa this first match, which, again, is quite surprising. Luckily, we do have Sanchez. So for our first match, I'm going to put Sanchez as our goalkeeper, just because I don't know if Kepa is going to have the right headspace, and maybe Pochettino is thinking that as well. And therefore, again, Sanchez, first game of the season, will get the start. Our back line, I think, is pretty easy and obvious for ourselves because, again, Chilwell, Colwell, Thiago Silva, Reece James. Those four are going to be our starting four if they stay fully fit. You could argue that maybe we'll rotate some of these players in and out every now and then, but still, if we have a big match, these four players will be starting it for our back line. Then in front of them, this is where it gets very tricky because, again, we know Enzo's starting, but we do not know who's going to be pairing with Enzo. There's a few options. You could say maybe Conor Gallagher. I don't think he's going to start in that position because he can't really hold down the midfield. He always likes to go forward as well, as does Enzo, and therefore, again, we're going to have a massive gap. You could maybe put Mats in there because playing a left back, you could maybe technically move Enzo over and almost have two left backs on that left side that could really hold down. That could be an option I think Pochettino was thinking about, but I think Santos is what we're going to see, though, with Enzo as of right now. Granted, if we do sign one of these players, they could probably start over Santos, but that probably makes the most sense as of right now. Then on our wings, I'm going to have Mudryk on the left, and we're going to have Sterling on the right. Now, before I know everyone's going to say Sterling should not start, there's reasons why Sterling's starting, because we have injuries to other players. So therefore, again, Noni is not going to be starting, and I actually think Madsen's going to be playing that number 10 role this first match because he definitely deserves a start. If he's not playing there, if he plays on the wing, that makes sense as well. But again, Sterling, being a senior player, has to be playing this first match. We need a senior player, not just Thiago Silva, to help in their attacking third because, again, we have so many young players and things don't go right away. Having so many young players could be devastating for us, and have Raheem Sterling, which, again, I know people are going to hate on him, but still, he has the presence and the mind and understanding of what he needs to do as a player when things get rough sometimes. So therefore, again, he will be starting on one of the wings, I think right side, because Mudryk likes to play on that left side. Up top, Jackson makes the most sense. I don't think we have to talk about that as well. It's a shame that Nkunku is hurt because obviously he would play in that 10 role position. Like I said, I think Madsen's going to be starting there because he deserves to start from what he's done this preseason. Now, how we're going to beat Liverpool, I think, is almost obvious, which, again, I think most people are thinking this for the most part, but if in case you're not, what we're going to have to do is obviously clog up that midfield because, again, they have McAllister, they have Zobo. They brought both these players in to, again, be very creative in that midfield. We have to shut both those players down. If we do not, they're going to be able to link up with Zaha, Luis Diaz, Jota, Darwin. I don't know who's going to be starting for Liverpool, but again, we have to stop that midfield. If we do not, we are going to be on our back heels all match, which, again, is going to be very difficult because Mohamed Salah does need that much space to, again, create a chance and score goals. Granted, again, I know our defense is very good. Should be able to lock him down, but again, that's going to be very difficult. Now, going forward, though, what we need to do is obviously attack that right side where Trent Alexander is. I think, again, this is an obvious situation. We've seen he's very good going forward, but defensively-wise, he's a little bit weaker. I think Mudryk can definitely run him rampant. I think Chilwell with overlapping runs, even Enzo on that left side, and even Madsen, if he goes off and we overload that right side for Liverpool with our left side, that itself, again, was going to create a lot more chances for us to whip balls in, but also drive from that side to, again, play balls across and find players inside the box. And if we can do that multiple times, again, Trent Alexander, good player, but again, very poor defensively. You have to hit the weak links, and that is definitely Liverpool's weak link right now, along with right in their midfield, like I said, because they have attacking players, they don't really have any defensive players. Now, that all being said, again, this all makes a huge difference if Caicedo goes to one club or the other, because if he goes to Chelsea, we'll be able to overload that midfield, lock it down. If he goes to Liverpool, it's going to be very difficult to, again, go down the middle, but right now, that is another option for Chelsea to, again, create chances against Liverpool. Overall, though, I think Chelsea are the better team. Yes, I understand Liverpool did finish above us last year. Last year was an anomaly. I think we do win this game. I think it's going to be 2-1. It's going to be a fairly close match, in my humble opinion. I think it's going to be back and forth. We've seen this time and time again, Liverpool versus Chelsea. We don't score a whole lot of goals, but therefore, I think today or tomorrow, when this game is actually shown, when you're probably watching this video, I think we score 2 goals. I think Jackson opens up his goal scoring at Chelsea, but I also think Chilwell scores a goal as well, because again, like I said, we're going to overload that left side, and therefore, again, it's going to create so many chances. Eventually, that levy's going to break, and therefore, Chelsea are going to score. And I think, again, our defense is rock solid, but with the new goalkeeper, if Sanchez does start, there's going to be some miscommunication. Therefore, again, I think Liverpool will get at least one back, but overall, I think Chelsea will win this game. So I want to know what you guys think. If Chelsea are the better team, if they will win this match, what do you think the predictions will be, and who do you think our best starting 11 will be against Chelsea? Comment down below. I'll get those comments as quickly as I possibly can. That is it, and I will see you in our next video.